When it came to actually making this proposal, the nub of it was just to ask this very simple question of what is the distance between expectation and reality for the modern Irish migrant.
Welcome to Objectives. I am here in the National Photographic Archive and I'm talking to David Monahan today. David, what brought you to the Leaving Dublin project?
It was a really, really interesting thing for me to just get to a position in our kind of history where immigration stopped. When it switched back on again with the financial collapse of in 2008, 2009, in 2010 you got this huge amount of people leaving the country. Having a history of being in a family who is affected hugely by immigration and not realising it, I was aware that we were entering a new phase of the same prospects for a whole lot of other people. But things changed, and as people were graduating from college, they were getting jobs, they weren't leaving the country, and you see there's more youth on the street. A relation of my wife was leaving the country to move to Australia with her boyfriend, who was an out-of-work electrician, and I thought it might be an opportunity to make a photograph of them. And actually, I thought, you know, it might be interesting to make a kind of a theatrical kind of production. And then I thought, well, making a series would be an interesting thing. So I started by making a blog post inviting people to come and make work with me. And 3 people responded. And so I started in February 2010. I was probably shooting for 2 years, and Photo Ireland actually used the theme for one of their years, 2012, it was a year, migrations was their theme. Dovetailed into that, I managed, somebody contacted me from Australia, from a museum in Australia. They'd seen on the irishtimes.com, which said the work was going on show. And they said, can you bring it down here? Like straight away. And I spent 8 weeks in Australia, and whilst I was there, I visited as many people as I could who I'd photographed who were there. And I had a conversation with them, stayed over with them, had a beer with them, made some photographs with them, rolled a film made while we're talking, and I made some beautiful portraits. And that was the start of a second part of this project. And so the 3 series then came together into this kind of book project, and it started to gain traction in my mind. And I was putting together an exhibition in Kerry, I think in 2013. Shim Shatira took the work, and we got the concept for On Leaving at that point, where we had 3 pieces of work coming together. And whilst I was getting that exhibition hung, I finally kind of formulated a plan for how the book would actually look, and took it from there. When it came to actually making this proposal, the nub of it was just to ask this very simple question of what is the distance between expectation and reality for the modern Irish migrant. And so this work was born, but I took a slightly different tack. I threw out some emails to people I'd worked with whilst travelling the second time. Some came back to me, and the ones that came back to me are the ones you see here in front of me, and I've worked with them for probably a year and a half. And the culmination of it all was a final set of journeys to where they are now. It's interesting that of the 10 people I've re-photographed, 5 of them are in Ireland, and 5 of them are still in other cities around the world that they've moved to. So it tells 2 stories, as opposed to a story of continued assimilation, or people settling down, or people not settling down, and the story of the return migrant and what all that throws up, which is an interesting topic and a different topic almost in itself.